Okay. Good evening, everybody. This is our Friday support live from the Rainbow Support Group. Um, Look, Lee and I were talking beforehand, so just give me one moment. Lee, that was so uncool. But we are the Rainbow, and we do not worry about anal retentive stuff. We're really casual with all of this.
I'll fix it.
Okay, you better, because you're in trouble. By the way, Lee's in trouble, but it's okay.
I'm
Okay.
always in trouble.
You're always in trouble. Okay. Yes. Okay. We are the Rainbow Support Group SC, and we are based out of Spartanburg, South Carolina. You can find us at www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.org and www.rainbowsupportgroupsc.com. You can also find us on Facebook. We have 2 group pages and 1 page. And you can find us through there. Now, the Rainbow Support Group page, you have to be accepted into that so that it is a safe space for us to talk to each other on. Okay, so what we want you to do is just go in there. It'll send us a request, and then we'll approve you to come in. You can also find lots of resources, emails for our board members, any information that you might need on our website. Just go to our website and look on the tabs at the top. You can find anything that you need to do. Also, our operations throughout the year are listed on there. And right now we are in the process of Operation ELF for 21. So we talked about, okay, sponsors. By the way, thank you, dear sponsors. We have 3 sponsors that you can find on our website on our business partners page. And on there, you can click their links and it'll take you right to their store or their office. Just like I was explaining to someone the other day, information provided between you and these businesses is all confidential. The Rainbow is confidential. We would have no idea that you've contacted them, nor would we have any idea of what y'all talked about or anything like that. So just know this is just a resource for you. And then where you take it, that's up to you. We have 3 of them. This year, we also have 3 spaces still available if you would like to purchase marketing with the Rainbow Support Group. Our first one is Out of Bounds out of Greenville, South Carolina. They are the largest and the last LGBT supply store in South Carolina. And during COVID, wow, everybody got hit, and then take away the prides and Lee, they have no monies. Okay, so we need to keep them around. Really great guys, number 1. And number 2, we all need LGBT supplies, and they have a lot in our trans community and in our LGBT community. We do need supplies. If there's something that you need and you don't see it on their website or you don't see it in the store, talk to them and they can order it for you or point you in the right direction. Great resource to have. Our second one is Amaryllis Mental Health Center out of Greer, South Carolina. Actually founded by LGBT members for LGBT members. Absolutely wonderful. One of the biggest hangups in mental health with the LGBT is that they're afraid they're either not going to be recognized or acknowledged for their LGBTness, or that they won't be able to use the right bathroom, or they're not going to be addressed correctly. Please know at Amaryllis, they will, and they work very hard on making sure that they attend to these details. So please feel free to click a link on our website and check them out. And then our third one is Carolina Partners, which is insurance out of Atlanta, Georgia. That is brought to you by Dole Wheatley. Please go on there, click that link if you have any questions about insurance. And just to throw it out there, after last year, Holly, the year 2020, what did we learn? Insurance might be a nice thing to have because you never do know what's going to happen. And we say that with laugh, but y'all are in the same boat we are, and we're all, who knows what's going to happen? So far, no hurricane. So far, no earthquake. So far, no tornado here in South Carolina yet.
This year.
This year so far. This year so far. Now, we had almost a riot, but then it didn't so far. And then we did have a riot, the first one, and it, okay, that was already. Never do know. Don't go to Washington yet. It's not the place to be. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? Please remember, oh, do I have my phone? I do. Please remember, we are here for you primarily for support. If while we're talking, you have something you want to talk about, you have an issue that you want to discuss, you have something you want to tell us, please feel free to do so. Hi, Jacob. Happy Rainbow Day, dude. And then we'll talk to you. Please know we are scheduling a Zoom / something meeting for the second Tuesday of next month. If you'd like to be involved in that, please let us know. We are really excited. We did it last week. Look, I'm multitasking and not well. I'm sorry. Okay, there. Now I'm ready. We tested it and it was really fun. Some of the community members, I just grabbed a couple and said, come in with me and talk to me. Hi, Justin. See you Sunday. Don't forget, don't be late. Oh, you don't even know where we're going. I have to get with you and tell you that. Yes, because we're having to empty out the emergency pantry. So we're starting that this week. Unfortunately, I know. I want you all to know in cyber world, wherever we are, the board for 2020 are the sweetest people ever, just to let you know, for posterity. We did a business analysis of the rainbow, Mocha and I did, in December. And we did very serious analysis of our business and what do we need to focus on and what do we not need to focus on. And it came down to we cannot afford during this pandemic to keep the emergency pantry going with as few donations as we get. It costs $900 a year to keep it up. Does it serve a purpose? It does. Do we do well with it? We do. But that's a cost that we have to put towards the virtual platform for 2021. If we had it for free, if we had a building that somebody gave us, then we could. But my board is just dying and they want to keep it up. But it has to come down because $75 a month for the storage payment exceeds what we can do at this time. Now, if somebody in the community would love to take over a $75 donation a month, which is huge, then we would let you, but we can't. That's it. So just know the board wants to keep the emergency pantry up. I do too. We all do, but we can't. But I want you to know that they would give me their paychecks to do it, and I won't allow them to do that. But the community, this is a community thing. Okay, if the board's doing it, then the community's not. I have to get the board to stop doing that. Our job is to get the community to care, okay, and get the community to help, not us, because we can't do it alone. Only together we can change the world. That's the point. But I want you guys to know for posterity, this board is unreal. Their hearts are this big, okay, for real, and they would take over the world if they could. Slowing them down is difficult. They want to take over the world today. Okay, so Ronnie, are you here? Ronnie, are you still here? I'll bet you're not here. I bet you came in and you left. Ronnie's losing so much weight. Who loses weight in a pandemic, Ronnie? Sit down. Stay off of Facebook. Yeah, but you've been sick. He wasn't sick. He wasn't sick. Everybody I know's gained weight. Like we're all getting used to the roundness now. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, we are waiting for Princess Mocha, who was going to be delayed due to work, which we, no harm, no foul about work. We're all excited that we're all going back to work and we can pay bills, and that's a good thing. So what did we want to talk about? Okay, Mocha wanted to remind you, and then Lee and I started the conversation before the thing. Little cat, be a nice cat. By the way, Lee's cat is not nice. Lee's cat is a vicious animal. For real, she is not Bob. Listen to her, and she's like attacking him. Okay, don't do that on TV. Don't get her on TV.
I was trying to get her off me. She was
I
stuck.
know she's awful, and y'all don't realize like that is really an awful cat. I mean, she's so sweet and she's so pretty. She looks wonderful when you see her, and then all of a sudden she'll turn around and look at you like, "You need to get out of my house." Hey, cat, I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. And she'll attack her
She
own.
just doesn't like me talking.
Right, and then she attacks him, like literally attacks him, like flies across the room and jumps on him. No, not Bob. Bob's over here sleeping. Bob's not mean like that. Okay, what do we want to talk about? Oh, you ready? It's terrible. COVID. Okay, y'all. I know this is, and remember, I'm used to getting in trouble for me saying anything at all. Don't be stupid. Okay, 400,000 people have died.
They
Okay,
said something about it's more than there's more deaths due to COVID than in one of the wars. One of the world.
I know. And then people say dumb things like it's not for real. Yeah, it is. It's just a cold. No, it's not. It's just the flu. No, it's not. 400,000 people died, not 4, which would be horrible anyway.
Another strain of the flu.
Another
There's been many strains of the
which
flu.
is true. Okay, they're bending the truth. That is true. It is another, but so is SARS and MARS, and all of those are a molecular modification of a virus. Yes. Does it attack you differently? Yes. Does it do different things? Yes. Has it turned into something else now? Yes. Okay. What have we said from the beginning? The Rainbow has been very serious about COVID. Wash your hands 20 seconds if you're using soap and water. That alcohol stuff is the bomb, though. I mean, just use that. How easy. Okay, when you come out of the bathroom, wash your hands. If you're itching your nose and rubbing your face, make sure you go wash your hands.
Hand sanitizer.
I know, and there's Travis saying something. I was waiting for Sherry to come, okay?
I don't see those comments.
I know. I don't know why, but it's okay. I got it right here. I got it. I got Travis. The Travis is a hospice nurse. Okay, now I don't know if y'all know what that means. I love Travis so very much. I can't do his job. Ever, never, ever can I do his job. Travis walks the humans to the gate of life. Okay, and he has done it for so many years. So the person that we're talking to is a nurse, a literal nurse, has been forever. He takes care of people dying. And he's talking about, if you guys could see what's going on where he works. Okay, COVID is in there. Okay, COVID's putting them in there. And he has to hold their hands and say goodbye, because hospice is when you're not coming back. There's not a, well, maybe on Thursday. No, you're in hospice. That's it. That's it. That's it. He walking you to the door. Okay. Sherry tells us all the time, hospitals are filling up. She's busy every day with COVID runs on her ambulance every day. She says, it's not funny, Kim, it's for real. So I'm here to sit here and rant and rave for just a few minutes. And it's the worst death they've seen. And I've heard that. Like, I know Travis and them, they don't like, I smoke and I'm overweight and I have health issues. I've also had 3 heart attacks. So my niece and my son and my board are very anal about me. They don't let people come around. They don't let me go to them. I have to take care of myself. If I was to get that, it would be the worst death ever, because instantly my lungs would go and my little heart, nah. My heart's going to check out for no. This is a horrible thing. Please do not be confused and think that it's not. If you don't have it yet, or you haven't had it yet, or you don't know anybody that does, I am so blessed for you. Continue washing your hands. Make sure you're even washing your door handles. Okay, wash your toilet seat handles. I've got cleanser. I'm anal. I have cleanser on my counter, and whenever I feel like it, I clean something. Okay, why? Because it's out there. Now, what is my story I wanted to tell you? We know all that stuff, and now we talk to a nurse. Now we talk to Lee. Now we talk. Okay, now let's talk to a DoorDash driver. Okay, do you want to know what's out there? Okay, when I sit in my perfect little apartment in my office of the rainbow and I live my perfect world and everything's clean and I don't wear a mask in my house because it's only me and Bob, everything seems normal because I talk to you guys on here and I talk to people on the phone and it's all good. Then I go and get my car and I drive around cities, not just one city, many cities. One day I got real depressed, which we're going to talk about today. Also, I got real depressed and I said, well, Kim, go outside. And when you're door dashing, just pay attention to the people. Like, really pay attention to them. Notice what they're doing, kind of interact with them without interacting with them. So I was heading out to go find people to look at. There are no people out there, y'all. There are cars out there, but there are not people. There are not people in parks. There are not people walking down the road. There are not people hanging out. Okay, there are not people outside. It is the scariest thing when you stop and look. When you're in your car, look around. What do you see? And I drive by many storefronts. So you see a couple of cars in the parking lot. So I look into the buildings, right? Nobody in there. Maybe one, maybe two. I mean, like, where are all these cars going? I don't know where they're all going. We all can't be door dashing. But people are not out, y'all. It is not over. I don't want to make it sound scary, but I almost need to make it be scary because I see a lot of people acting like it's normal. Okay, you can die. Legit shit. Talk to Travis. Talk to Sherry. Talk to anybody that's a nurse or works in a nursing home or works in the health field. Ask them. Okay, I see restaurants shutting down even further to where you can't even enter the building. Even in Chick-fil-A, as a DoorDash driver, they would not let me use the bathroom. Not good when you're 27 and you have to go potty, by the way. However, not allowed to. Okay, COVID is for real. COVID is legit. I think everybody needs to back up a little bit. That's why the Rainbow is giving up the emergency pantry and we're focusing on the virtual platform because I don't see that it's going away anytime soon. I also have heard, and so has my board, they like these lives. The LGBT like the Rainbow lives, even when I think they're stupid and I think that whatever. They're all like, no, we like them. It breaks up the week. It gives us something to talk about. And y'all usually screw stuff up and we laugh at you anyway. So, okay, cool. Okay, cool. If we can get you to smile and laugh in this mess, then good. Okay, so there's our COVID warning. Do you have any other thing to say about COVID?
From my experience, I've been tested a few times because I've been exposed. And I was told that I needed to come home and quarantine. And it was a 14-day quarantine because I was exposed. And then when I got my negative test that I was okay to go out. But I was told that if you tested positive that you had to quarantine. You had to stay for 14 days.
14 days.
Or until you tested negative.
Correct.
Please, if you have a positive test, don't go out there and spread it.
No, because you are spreading it.
Even if you have a mask on, don't go out there and take the risk of other people's lives. They don't know.
Right. I didn't mean to laugh. I wasn't laughing at you. Jade does it all the time. Jade, go to your room.
Like, they don't know you have it, so they're not prepared. There's some people out there who don't wear a mask. Some people who feel they can't wear a mask because of a breathing problem or something. And you're putting their life at risk because you feel that you're okay to be walking around with it. Don't do
And
that.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I actually am such a nerd, you know. I have the stuff in my car in a pump thing. So every time I get in the car, I pump it and do my hand. And I have a spray thing that I do on my steering wheel. It's so easy to stay clean, though. I mean, it's a pain in the ass. Welcome to the new world. Now, if this was November of 2019, I would have said you're out of your mind. We've had practice. We've had a year of practice of this. We all grab our mask. I have many. I have a mask of flavor. I mean, like, what do I want to wear? I mean, what do you want to wear? We wear them with our clothes. We match them with our shoes. Some have blings on them. Okay, it's a whole new world. So the rainbow will not tell you that it's okay. None of my board members will tell you that it's okay. Today I was sad. Normally in the real world, in the normal world, when we're doing a live or something like this, we all get together. Okay, well, I can't even get together with my board, and it made me sad because I thought, man, this would be great. We could have had pizza. We could have had us all over here. We could have done the live together. It would have been great. No, it's COVID, y'all. We can't. Okay, I want to, but we can't. And we found ways to go around that. So instead of saying half empty, let's do half full. We found a way that we can get together on these live things. Messenger has them, Zoom has them. We're going to do it at 6:00, the second Tuesday of February. I would like to give it a practice run, but maybe around the 5th we might, just to check it out so that we know what we're doing. Because the rainbow, never do it right the first time. Hell, we might not do it right the second or third time.
I know how to run the one program that I have.
Okay, well, we can figure out the rest. I mean, we figure stuff out. And then together we can change the world. I'm sure that if we can't, there's people in the community that can help. Okay, that's what this whole thing was supposed to be about, helping each other. Okay, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Okay, we wanted to talk about COVID, and then we talked about the virtual meeting that we're going to have, which was really fun because it's in real time. And then you can talk about things. And remember, on here, we talk about general things, not specific things mostly. In the meetings that we're going to do live with each other, we can talk about things in there. Mama wants to do coming out stories. Everybody loves those. Everybody loves those. Those are good. Only to LGBT because they're usually tragic and awful, but all of us are like, yeah, and it's terrible because we live in a different world, y'all. The LGBT, if you're allies and you're watching this, I know it sounds so weird, but we do. We live in a different world and we think a different way. We do about different things. Yeah, Jade.
It's like we want to compare notes.
What?
It's like we want to compare notes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can top that one. I can top that one. It's like, hold on, let me make a note of that one.
Right. Somehow. Plus, I think the whole thing, like with mental health as well, I think the biggest part of all of it is validating and looking at things for real. I think that is like the biggest number one thing of all. You might not be able to fix a problem, but if you can validate it, then you can work from there. And I think that that's the same thing with the coming out stories. I think being able to validate the pain in others and to recognize yourself in others, like, oh, I remember doing that. Or, oh, I never want to do that. Or, oh my God, how did you do that? Okay, I think looking and reflecting, I think that is a good thing. Now, by the way, I laughed at Jade while you were talking, and I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, Jade, but you know who I was talking about too. In that restaurant, whatever. But they pay me. I don't pay them. Just saying. You want to pay me to do it? All right. I will. Yeah, I'm a whore for burgers. It's terrible. For money, I will deliver your burger. Yes, I will. And I do you know what? One night I had to go into Walgreens and I had to get one of those over the night contraceptive pills. The thing you take in the morning.
The morning after pill.
Yeah, whatever that is. I'm like, ooh, you heteros, whatever. See, that was bad. That was shade on the hetero. Well, we are an LGBT support group, so I please be open. I mean, if you're here, I would assume that you would be.
We can't judge all the straight people. I'm just kidding.
I try not to really hard.
They're not all bad.
They're not all bad. They're not. See, Jade knows exactly what we're talking about. Yes, Jade. Yes, Jade.
The Jesus chick.
The one I have boycotted for years. That I literally, the first time I had to pull in there, I literally stopped. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to pull in there? And I'm like, okay, we have to justify this somehow. How are we doing this? And then I denied the first couple. And then I'm like, okay, the hater people are paying Chick-fil-A. Wait a minute. The hater people are paying Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is paying DoorDash. I'm getting paid by DoorDash. Deal. I have nothing to do with them paying them.
The Lord's chicken.
Telling you to hate people. Now, that's not my Lord, but we're not going to go there. Oh, and by the way, yeah, because apparently Kim is a little bit too political.
Oh, boy.
And I was banned from posting or creating events during the inauguration. Me, peace, love, rock and roll, Kim. Okay, whatever. Y'all dumb. Okay, I had a board. They posted for me. It's all good. So, yeah, I'm trying really not to be political because apparently I'm already too political. You know, hi, Tessa. Oh, my God, I miss my board. I miss all y'all. Jade, I want to play. I want to have a party. Jade could bring her guitar. We could all, I got to quit doing that. And that's what I want to talk about.
No parties.
I know. I know. That's half full. We're not, I mean, yeah, no, that's half empty. We're not going to do that. Wait. Now, is there anybody before I start this that has anything you want to talk about? I mean, for real. If there's anything you want to talk about, any questions, unless it's too bad. And then no. Oh, I love you, Tessa. We have to figure out what we're doing on when we're going to bag them, and I'm not really sure yet. You're playing guitar right now. Of course she is. Can you bring her in here? Lee, can you bring her in?
Yeah, actually I can.
Can you?
Yeah.
Jade, I'm bringing you in, babe. Yeah, it's only been 30 minutes. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're going to talk about this other part, but let's take a moment with Jade. Jade, you want to play? Love you, Tessa, very much. Okay, how do you bring her?
I'm sending her a link.
Cool. He's going to send you a link. Click it and come on in. Okay, cool, Tessa. I miss you, baby. God, I hate not being around y'all.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. Bob.
Hi, Bob. There's Bob. There's Bob.
Hey,
Bob. What you doing, Bob? No, you're not going to sit on the computer. No, you're not going to sit on the computer. But we did want to talk about, while he's bringing Jade in, who's going to join us for a little bit, that we wanted to talk about how crazy we're all getting. And everybody's like, I'm not crazy. And I'm going to say you're a liar because I'm crazy. And I've been crazy for about a week and a couple of days. And I've been calling people and talking to people about how they're doing. And they say they crazy too. So I wanted to talk to you guys about how this is getting to everyone. Nerves are shot. People are complaining about not feeling well. I just want to go to sleep. I don't feel well. My stomach's upset. I've been okay. They're like, I don't feel well, but I don't have COVID. I just don't feel well. Okay. I think we're all getting that isolation trauma thing going on. And I talked to a couple of people who really helped me out. And I wanted to share what they shared with me. Okay. Nothing drastic. I mean, I don't have a cure for all of this. What I have is cool information I was given. First of all, one person that I know normally has very stressful mental health issues on the regular and is very upbeat at this time. And when I ask, how are you doing that? And the answer is, I'm staying busy. Okay, I've gone to take a couple of classes. I'm keeping myself occupied and I do my stuff until I go to sleep and stuff. So that person is taking all this time to focus on something like schoolwork. Okay. Or another thing is to realize, like me, what did I have to do? I walk through my little apartment. Now remember, it's 1 bedroom, so there's 2 rooms. But I walk and I say, it's nice that you have your own apartment. Okay, it's very nice. And you need to be happy because you have your own apartment. But I'm lonely. Okay, but you have a cat. All right, instead of looking at everything half empty, which will make you crazy and it'll make you go to bed and it'll make you not want to take a walk. And I know that because I talked to several people from their bed, okay, curled up under their blanket, and they're like, Kim, I just don't want to. And I'm like, you got to get up, at least walk around the building and then go back in the house. I mean, I'm not telling you to walk 5 miles. I'm not telling you to walk a mile. I'm telling you to make sure that you're doing things because depression will set in. And remember, it is winter, so you can't always count on the sun to make us feel good. Okay, believe it or not, the sun does make you feel good. Cloudy days come, rainy days come. It makes it even darker. So then you're isolated and it's darker. Really, let's concentrate on. Last year, I worked a lot on telling everybody to hang on, that this would be over soon. It doesn't appear to be getting over. So I had to change my mind. Instead of saying, okay, soon I can go back to the way it was. Soon I can go back to the way it was. Now what I'm saying is, I don't know how it's going to be, so I'm going to find happy now, here. Man, let me tell you, y'all can see how shiny my hair is. I condition the snot out of my hair now. And lotion on my face, lotion on my hands. Take care of you while we have this time. Now, Lee said something the other day that was kind of, but had I not known him, I would have been concerned. He said, my job is driving me crazy because everybody's bitching, and my job is making me work over during the day. So what I end up doing is just going in and going to bed. And I'm thinking, oh, that's not good. And then he said, because I know this, he's a night person. And I thought, oh, so you're sleeping. And he said, no, he slept like to take a nap, to get up to do the night. Okay, cool. So I didn't call him. Hi, Mocha.
Hi.
Look at you and your pretty earrings. Lee was trying to bring Jade in. Jade was going to come in and play some guitar for a minute. Oh, there's Jade.
He's here.
Hi, Jade.
Hello, people.
Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Jade.
Yo, Mocha, how are you? Thank you.
She looks tired.
Good.
Mocha,
How
you
about
look
you?
tired.
Yep. It's been a long day.
Yeah, your eyes look tired. How's that computer working for you? Yeah.
Taxes and loans all day long.
Yeah, but I like
With that being
paperwork.
said, remember if you are LGBT and you need a good place to get your taxes done, there's only one LGBT friendly office, and that's on the west side of Spartanburg, World Finance.
Now we're going to add the
They
link
even-
to our website.
Today, oh yeah, we are going to add it to our website. Before Jade plays, I do want to go ahead and say that give a shout out to them because they bought over $100 worth of stuff for us to take to Operation Elf. Socks, hand sanitizers, face masks.
Yes! Yay!
So, and they're
Yay!
also going to come help us on that day because with World Finance, we get one volunteer day. And so they're going to use it to come help us.
Awesome. Together we can change the world. That's beautiful. That just made my day.
Now, remember, if you go to that office and you get your taxes done, you have to either mention Kim or Mocha. And that way they know that we sent you, and then that, you know, whatever traffic comes in, we take tally of. So
Right.
make sure you say Kim or Mocha when you go in and bring your W-2s.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Tell them thank you. And I'm so excited. And yes, we got masks as well. I have 150 of them for the homeless. So I'm excited. So we're getting all ready. Yeah, we have to figure out a day while we're sitting here. Well, today's the 22nd. Yeah, I'll know next day we're going to get together to do it. The sandwich thing. I don't know, Mocha. I think the sandwich thing's going to have to be just you and me. Unless Jacob's still there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably
because
me
we
and
can't invite. Yeah. And that way it can. I don't know what else to do. Yeah, because we can't do a collective thing. Okay, Jade, hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm marvelous. I'm excited you're joining us.
Me too.
I think this is cool.
I'll do
Oh,
the
look.
background. If this is too annoying, let me know.
Oh, no, I want you to really play a song.
Oh. I don't.
Just because I'm spoiled and here you are and you're an entertainer. So I want you to entertain. Look at Mocha smiling. She knows. You have a guitar. You're going to play. Kim's going to be like, yay.
Well, it's just my, yeah. Let me find pressure.
Well, you do whatever you want to do. I don't even care if it's, I don't care. I don't even ask Mocha. I don't care.
Any request? I don't know.
I don't care. It's talent. I love talent.
No, I just got home from work, so I just figured, come on, Rainbow Live.
Oh, I love it. I
And
love
just
it.
kind
I'm
of,
glad
like,
you did.
decompress and meditate by just doing scales or whatever. So,
Yeah.
so do you work at a tax place, Mocha, or?
Yes, I World Finance in Westgate.
Okay. So I've been going to H&R
They're
Block
the
for a
only
while.
office that has ever been to a Pride too, and that is big props. If you remember, I think the last Upstate Pride they had a booth. It was my boss, and then we had Zach from the Rainbow and Nathan was there. They all work for World Finance, but they're the first office to ever go to a Pride, and that's a big step.
Cool.
Yeah, it's sad that now they got on it. Now we have no pride.
Well, I think it's up to everybody to reach out and to not just rely on the group of effort, which is good, but it's also a good time just to just make new acquaintances and open yourself up. Like, I'm pretty introverted usually, but this has been a good, like, this is my time to shine. It's like I love being alone. Most of the time, I'm not like people watch like Kim, but it's been a good time just to practice and get to know people more in your inner circle and just be real with people and not just be like, hey, I saw you at the thing last week. I'll see you next week. All right, good. Next time we'll check it. I don't know.
I mean, that's true, and you're right. Within my own circle. Now, my thing is that I am an introvert like that and antisocial, believe it or not. I like the passing, the hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? I think it's easier for me.
I think it's also too that the way I was raised on, like apocalypse movies like I Am Legend and Omega Man and all these end of the world scenarios. So it's kind of, in a guilty pleasure way, it's like I'm walking it out. All right, I've survived round 1. Okay.
Oh, I see. I see. Now, my son said that when I was in Florida. They were practicing axes and whatnot, and they were convinced that when the zombies came, that they had it.
Well, that's this year. That was just practice round.
Oh, okay.
So it's an endurance race, right?
Okay, so I need to call him and say, continue practicing, because they said. Look, Mocha, we got a concert.
Mm-hmm. And I've been watching Jade every time she goes live playing on the
What's up?
guitar.
What's that?
And I watch Jade live when you play on the guitar, or when you do those short lives. I always tune in.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think
Absolutely.
the reason I do it is I think no one gets no one cares. All right, just go and do it. And
well, I mean, it's kind of like, I feel like you would like the on other lives I've talked about streaming on Meet Me. I think you would like that because that's the more chillax kind of streaming setting, where if you're an artist,
but they
get on
hit
and
on
draw
you.
art. If you play instruments, you can get on and play instruments. Some just get on just because they don't like being alone and they want to sit and talk to people. So they just sit on stream, and people come in and they can send you gifts, like little tokens. If you get enough, you can actually cash out. Usually the musicians do really good because, like I said, there's so many different diverse streams that you can bump into. So that might be another avenue that you might like, because it still gives you that introvertedness lifestyle. But when you do feel lonely, you can just hop on live stream and you can talk to anybody from anywhere. I've met people from Canada, from Japan to Australia, some really cool people too.
I just feel like the whole live thing has got that. I'm pretty old, I guess. I'm 43. So when I think of live and dating or the whole that stuff is just okay, so I get too it's kind of how to explain it. I don't know.
I get it. I don't need it. No. And Jade, the only thing I'm doing is the rainbow. Mama tried to get me to go to that Meet Me thing.
Yeah.
And that's cool. And at first I was doing it to keep up with her drag. Okay.
Yeah.
Because she was doing drag on there. Well, I just went for that. And then I even put on there that I was a lesbian.
Yeah.
And awful pictures, Jade. They sent me awful pictures, Jade.
That's everywhere.
And I told Mocha, I said,
Mocha.
Mocha.
Facebook, Instagram. I even
I
get
know,
awful
whatever. And I just, not on my page.
Well, I'm a Generation Xer, so I'm just oh, let's hang out, but leave me alone, kind of thing. It's
no, I'm tripped out by it. I get crazy. I don't know why people do that.
they're trying to get a rise out of you. Just trying to annoy you.
And it does terribly.
You're just playing their role.
Terribly.
But
I don't want to see that. I don't want
to. I'll go back on there. I think I had an account back in the day. Pre me now.
Pre-me.
The second pre-me. Before I was a pre-me when I was a kid. But yeah, pre-Jade era.
Pre-Jade.
But yeah, I went on there once. I was like, okay, when I moved down here, I was like, I need to meet people and make friends. And it's always awkward being an older person. Hey, you want to be friends? Get away from me.
Now I've heard. Now that is true. That is true. That is very true.
So you gotta have an angle. Hey, you like to play? You like instruments or guitars? Or anything? Okay. You like records? Cool.
Right.
What common interest do we have?
Right. Records. I know what. Mocha, do you even have records?
Actually, yes. My nanny used to have vinyl, and I kept all of her vinyl records.
She
used to
have
have
vinyl.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she used to have she had a trunk full of them, and I kept them because she has a radio that plays CDs.
Now, do you know of 8-track tapes?
The 8-track flashback.
How old are you? I'm only 27.
Yeah, I see that. And you're doing great. Are you moisturizing?
Right. I tell you, what am I doing in the pandemic? Lotioning the shit out of everything.
Yeah, well, I haven't been doing it well, sometimes. I've been really, I don't know. It's
I've
weird how
become,
this whole thing progresses. So,
man, this whole thing right here, I have done anal retentive now, like all these little rituals that I do now during the pandemic, they're like part of it now.
yeah.
Like now I always put lotion on my face and now I always do this. And I'm like, this is so weird. All of this behavior of mine, like if y'all were here, now Jade, you didn't know me before, like intimately before, but if they were to come over, they'd laugh. Like I used to be the most casual person ever. Like I didn't give a shit about anything. Now I'm
Right.
like, don't put that there. That has to go here. No dishes have to be done. No, this has to be folded. Like the pandemic has made me be
Everything in its right place, right?
everything.
You're
And
really good.
everything goes together.
What was I gonna
Now,
say?
before we, because we have about 15 minutes left, I wanted to read something out of the book. It's called Roads to Relaxation.
Okay.
It was only 2 pages, and it's very interesting what it talks about. Because Kim and I have talked about this for a while.
Mocha,
This,
the guitar in the background is the shit. I just want to say.
oh, I know.
Here's your teaching, guitar in the background. Awesome.
This one is called World, Mind, and Body. Some modern thinkers subscribe to the view that everything in the universe is connected by invisible threads of causality. Our mind is connected to our body, and our body to everything around us. From the vibrations of our footsteps as they pass into the earth to the sound waves that travel through the air each time we speak. This idea expands right out to the very edges of our world and beyond that to the heavens. We have all heard the adage that a butterfly flaps its wings in Japan, there is a hurricane in New York. Everything is energized, and we cannot be insignificant because energy is never lost. Each expenditure of our energy has incalculable repercussions all around us. With this in mind, we can challenge the state of so-called esoteric stress, the deep unrelaxation triggered when we sense our meaningless in the universe, which happens a lot. When you think that you're meaningless, I love how it says, but you're not, because no energy is wasted. And that's a big statement right there.
It is.
Despite this far-reaching web of connections, many of us withdraw into our individual caves and set imaginary limits to the sense that we have of our own potential. We might begin to doubt, for example, the value of our own opinions. And ultimately, because we never hear ourselves express opinions, our lack of intellectual self-esteem becomes self-fulfilling. On top of this, the more we see of the world through the media, the more we begin to think of its careening out of control. Unable to feel that our lives are part of history, we try to separate ourselves from what we perceive as chaotic and dangerous developments. This survival mindset makes us fearful and defensive. We begin to recoil from the world's conflict, only to find that the farther back we go, the more scared and unrelaxed we become. However, if we believe that we are individuals whose thoughts and actions have repercussions for other people, then mortality enters the equation. None of us is truly happy if those closest to us are not. Our own goodness will be reflected back at us in the happiness of others. The goodness of others will inspire us further. We have a choice. We can opt for self-contained individualism, belief in a world separated from mind and body, and in our own insignificance, which makes us fearful of such a world. Or we can opt for an integrative perspective, the influence of mind and body in perfect balance with the world's influence. Once we can see the world as our world, not theirs, and ourselves as influential agents in the complex interplay of the world, self and body, fear starts to drain away. Peace and harmony approach like shy creatures to a hand that feeds them. And reading that, you can even kind of, because obviously this book was written before COVID, but even with COVID in the mix, you can take what it says to heart and know that no energy is wasted, which is a big statement, and you're going to hear me say that a lot, and that we have a choice, and it's all up to you. And you know, we always talk about how if there was only one person left on the world, they wouldn't last because they didn't have that connection with another person.
Right.
And here it even talks that we feel the goodness. Our own goodness will be reflected back at us in the happiness of others. And that's a big statement to back what we say. You know, without other connections, we feel meaningless.
Right. And now when I had my trippy days, I would call people, and it wasn't like we solved it, okay, because there's no solving the pandemic, okay? But me knowing that they were understanding what I was saying and that they were feeling that same way, like the joke about I feel like everybody's at a party and I didn't get invited. Okay, all of a sudden I said that, and I had like 10 people going, that's exactly how I feel. And I'm like, okay, so we're all feeling this way. And the way you said, it's how you look at it. Remember, like I bought a new, I don't know if you can see it, you probably can't see it. I bought new plant lights because I'm going to really focus on growing things. Now, normally, if you go back to 2019, anybody that knew me, I didn't have time to go to the bathroom. Okay, there wasn't time for plants or nothing. There was no time. None of the club, no sleep, none of the club, no sleep. There was no time for anything. So the thing that Mocha said is concentrate on the good of it and the benefit of it. And this, like Jade said, it gives her time to play on the guitar. It gives her time to focus on that. It gives me time to focus on the plants. It gave Mama time to focus on, So it's not all bad. It is a lot, though. It is a lot. And it really got to my head the other day. Like, I wanted to have a 3-year-old temper tantrum. I wanted to go outside. I wanted to see my friends, and I wanted this to be over now. I'm done. And then I'm like, Kim, okay, making yourself crazy like that isn't going to help because it's not going to get over.
Right.
So you have to find a way to find peace in the now. And what I say to everybody now is that I don't know how soon it's going to go back to normal, or if we're ever going to go back to that normal again. I don't know what we're doing. So what I'm telling everybody is to enjoy your day now, not comparing it to the way it was. Okay, this is good. It isn't what it was. I'm missing what I don't have now, but it's good now. It's okay. It's hard though. And I want everybody out there to know, like Mocha said, it's okay to not be okay. I like that. Patrick said, this is the new norm. Own it. Right. Instead of fighting it like I wanted to have a temper tantrum in the floor. I mean, I'm like, I'm lonely. I'm bored. I'm lonely. I don't like this. And I was like a 3-year-old. But what he said, own it. Grab it. This is the reality. Okay. That validation thing Lee and I were talking about. We need to validate that this is real. This isn't going away. And just like Patrick said, own it. Own it now. Okay. That once we do that, and like Mocha said with her excellent reading once again, how you look at it. And then Jade popped in. The universe is so cool. And what did Jade say? I'm using this time for this. Even though I like being alone, okay, this is something different, but this is what I'm doing. See? Half full, not half empty.
I'd like to also say, like, I think before was it last year, I went in for surgery, And I feel like up till then it was like my life wasn't being lived. It was on pause, and it's just like the whole, I hate to use the butterfly analogy. It's like we were all in a cocoon. I was just living, this past year I've just been living in a cocoon and just preparing myself and getting ready for whatever the future looks like. So it's like I wasn't really living the past 42 years because I wasn't being myself. But now it's like the whole world's kind of living in the same kind of bubble or the same kind of feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like this is just normal. For me, it's like it's just normal. So
Kind of, but that's a good way to look at it. I'm glad that you came on today, and I'm glad that you were here today. Last week was really hard for me, Jade. And then I reached out to some people. I mean, I talked to people in their beds, in their blankets. They were not okay. They were not okay. They wanted to have a temper tantrum. And I like what Patrick said. This is the new norm. Okay, it's not going away. Nobody's saying the end. We need to own it. We need to find the positive in it and bring something out of it. Like Jade said, we were in a cocoon. So now it's our time to cocoon. And when we come out, we'll be fabulous. So what do you want to be? And how many people are dyeing their hair and stuff?
always.
Right? Not me.
Now,
We tried
for
it
our
once.
last few minutes. I do want to remind everyone that Operation Elf is coming up. So we will be looking for volunteers, not for like the sandwich making, because I know
We can't with the
that was a
germ.
big thing where we needed volunteers, but due to COVID, it would only be safer to have a limited amount of people. But we will need volunteers the day of. So
And we
if
do
you're
have
interested-
gloves, and we do have masks, and we do have hand sanitizer, and everything will already be bagged and prepared. So if you would like to come and help us on the 31st, please let us know. We will be posting more through the week because, like Mocha just said, we got a donation from her company. Tessa got a donation from her company. We're going to need to get those supplies. We also have received some donations, and we need to decide. I'm meeting with Mocha on Sunday, and we are going to the storage unit to see what supplies we already have before we purchase any more. So we'll have an update for everybody on what we're going to purchase with the little money that we have received. Please know that the fundraiser is still going. If you can donate funds, please send it to our PayPal or our Cash App.
Mhm. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and put the Cash App up. It'll scroll across the bottom.
Exactly. And for all of you that don't know, you can go to the website and find out about Operation Elf, but Operation Elf is where we go and we supply some hygiene, some masks this time, sanitizing, hand sanitizer stuff, and we're going to Mocha, somebody on your page wants the PayPal. Oh, there it is down at the bottom of the screen.
Yep, it's down at the bottom.
We supply 2 sandwiches, water, a hygiene bag, and a blanket, and then we're bringing clothes and everything that's in the emergency pantry this time if they need clothes. So I really do want to purchase some blankets. It is very cold, but we'll have to see what money we raise. Okay, Mocha, that's all. Do you want to talk about the sponsors, Mocha?
Yeah,
As
let
we
me
think about-
real quick. If I'm gonna put the sponsors at the bottom too.
Okay. And then yours will be added this week when we talk, so we can get the link. That's awesome. They're donating. Jay, did you hear that?
Yeah,
Mocha's company is donating $100 worth of stuff.
Sweet.
And they're still trying to find blankets, so we might have more blankets too.
We need more blankets. Tell them I love them so very much. And remember, we are a 501c3, so we'll give them a receipt.
Yeah.
And it'll benefit for them.
Our sponsors are scrolling at the bottom. Our first one is Out of Bounds in Greenville, one of the biggest LGBT suppliers in the state. They've supported us. They've been to every pride that you can think of for years and years, probably before some of you were even born. So,
Right.
Now it's time. They need us to support them. So now we need to stand up and help them since they have supported us the minute they began.
Right.
Our second one, Carolina Partners. insurance. If you need insurance, if you have any questions, if you want to purchase insurance, go to Carolina Partners. He is out for your well-being. Like, he is there to help you answer any questions you can have, find the right insurance for you.
And
Or if you
he's
just want
not
someone
gonna lie
nice
to
to talk to. He's just that
right.
kind
I
of
was
guy.
gonna
So,
say, and he's not gonna lie to you. So if you literally have a question, but you don't really want to buy insurance right now, but you have an insurance question, he would love to answer your question. Okay, we want more people to know about insurance and the need for insurance, especially after 2020. But I really think that people need people to trust. I think people need people to trust, and I think this is somebody that you guys can trust. I know it is.
So that's
right,
Carolina
and our
with the
third
E.
one,
Sorry.
No,
yeah,
say
that
it,
is
Dave.
Carolina with the E. It is right. Care, like, because he does care. I
Okay.
love that.
Care O-line. Okay.
Our third
I was
one,
like,
our Amaryllis Counseling. They were founded by LGBT for LGBT. They provide so much support for us, and I also hear a little rumor that they're starting an 864 Pride. We'll
Yes.
have more details on that to come. It sounds like a great little organization. Amaryllis
It does.
Counseling is already a great organization, so if they're coming up with it, it's going to be better than expected. So, and yes, like I said at the beginning, remember, if you want your taxes done, go to World Finance Westgate. It's right in front of Campi and Barnes and Nobles.
And please do that. Please do that. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Operation Alpha is turning out to be pretty good for this year. I'm pretty excited. It will be cold on the 31st. If you do come, please dress accordingly. And if you bring your kids or whatever, make sure that they're safe. We will do the distance thing. But remember, if you don't feel safe and you don't think that you should come, then do not. We're going. We're going. If you'd like to join us, we would love for you to. And we do have hand sanitizer. So we talked about sponsors. Hey, Jade,
yes.
I want to thank you for coming.
Hey, no
I
problem.
want to do
Yes,
this again. We need Jade to be our background. That was great. Mocha was talking and that music was in the background. I'm so lonely. That was so great. I feel like we've gone to the club.
Well, I was trying to just puke. I trying to keep it quiet or not. I just wanted to blend in. I didn't want to be overbearing. So
no, do whatever. I think I'm so lonely, Jade. You have no idea. I'm so lonely. It was music and Mocha and you and me and Lee, and it was great.
Well, if it's the weekend, I'm always available usually. So feel free to FaceTime me or whatever.
Call you again. We will call you again.
Just drop a line. Luckily I got off of work in time tonight, so I could stop in and do whatever.
How cool. That's nice. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Thanks for the invite.
Ooh, lovely. Oh. All right. Well, I guess that we're done for tonight. And then the next time we'll see you guys is not next. The next time we'll see you. Well, no. We're going to do a live update on Operation Elf probably Friday, just to let everybody know of the update. But it won't be a regular live. It'll just be about Operation Elf and where we're going, what we're doing, what we need to do. We'll have all the information by Friday. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool. I love you, girls. Lovely.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm so excited. Don't go. Goodbye, everyone. Make sure you're messaging us. We're lonely too. Okay.
TGIF.
Yank it.
Bye.